Ronnie inconvenience. Brother, I think I just told.
I inconvenience. They got
These are winters, so this was inconvenient.
last day I watch you tanga winters ya baba. Ani worudza roshita zote. Namzini ready rokuma. Ndisakokwana.
Mutu andingaseri ni ready zvakumana over ready rotoma. The thing is, it's a conversation, so you don't really have to get ready.
Exactly. Nani kozuma. Ni azo zvifanira kuti atingoenda vhondo iyi ndoibona ilantu. Like ulazodzura ndari ndikunya kwanda kutotechelesa cause audio yawa ni yeshapu chimwe chimwe chachi right. Mara unela zofindi dodzura probably if mtu corrupt soko fonga udengo dzura itechelesa those are okay ndichidwa ndikwambe zvino ndadoba cause now I don't think uri ndikwadira the stories lana zvila obviously ndi those stories.
It's fine. Conversation to conversation, man.
Yeah. But then how was it ndichinomudzala zvori ishe munhu anti yo corrupt here man.
No bena nyama mara you don't have the energy to say ndo nyama. For me it was like it's one of those things. I've recorded songs that corrupt and I had to redo before.
And then energy back at the
it will never be the same. The thing is, the difference is here we are just talking. It's not like something that I need to now think about or make a sense and all of everything you just say. So a studio, it will never be the same.
Yeah.
But the good thing, Duri, someone else won't hear this song was repeated. But you will know yourself, this does not sound like the energy I had when I did it the first time.
Because I've been under Kasama, sorry, go energy the way I had. Mara, because energy I need the. Hey, I was on get a cheat. So no, don't use measures. That's serious. But what would happen if you hadn't? If you are corrupt, Ningari.
Under the phone, Kingsley and I are supposed to have a conversation, but you guys are never supposed to know about it.
And then they want to grab us. That's funny enough. I've like referenced you in like 5 interviews.
It happens.
It
happens.
Oh yeah.
It happens.
Now there was Chavane. Divane.
Obviously we know there's a problem.
Studio china tired.
Namze rechishambelela ritotomara ni be careful.
Nichi yangi ni divezo su.
Jinga isa shume.
Mara dzavango dzidoshume. Tadzo ndi heyo. Dana zvani kobona dzavango dzikodimba like office sokurado vahunne.
Ningaba na walaki yamu yaba grand yabona na vathuni.
Ndakubara richero hayo ne. I think how him try video ya corrupt ya feeds.
Ndiji mungu.
Fistos your Tom.
Fistos ya
Mara ayo corrupt profile.
Ila bili ya raibona Fistos habo yone abili.
Ela ye try ha Fistos. Cause ngararo shita pitori figai. Wa house 22 ngangi.
House 22 na stories of corrupt zitu. There's a song that I did back in the day on the A-team rather produce song Android na family Square Pass that group. There's a group that used to be called Square Pass. Yeah, recorder
Square into the P Square page.
India see.
Oh, Square Pass yeah, make sense. Yeah, nadzina.
So we recorded a song. It was fire. Na face boy, face breeze ka the face boy. It was fire. It was a fire song. I think this is my own thinking. Awala wana wofala ma verse bari azingasite amude fi project ya corrupt.
Awusembo ndiyezo zotoweta ntu.
Afi yo corrupt and then I think in then we recorded their song again probably about 7 years later.
Maybe we should have done that also with you. Or how do we have 7 years?
Yeah, but then mentality might have already changed by then.
Kana nono we bigger brand insichawanala.
Yeah, no, that will be a problem then.
Really? Uri ndosuka kale vile ne darisianiona?
No, I don't know. That's a good thing.
Okay.
If that's where he's saying Nikoya one, wanarabo arndisco wanara confess already. We had an opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ezingamba
but-
samara ma.
Yeah?
Ndikona ngintanda rola mona be opirane for zakora. Ndingaita the live video corruption. Ndai post era. So you know what do you want?
And do you realize people do that? Uri, like when a brand is now gotten bigger than they thought it would.
Yeah.
They go look for something, man.
Oh,
Your brand, they start posting it.
Yeah. So mara ndingasizvite cuz
No, the thing is,
this one is coming out.
you know, the good thing is as well, I think when I came here, you were still even under 10,000.
No.
For real.
Oh.
You're at 17 now. That means I'm coming at the right time.
No, I was never under 17. No, last year.
I don't know.
Under 10, man. No, I don't think so.
If it was not, it was less than 15 though.
Yeah, 15.
At the time I came.
I think ndichitoa yenga December. I was on 13. Ndichibuya na mwa. Risa kwa record. You were 16. No, you were 15. 16, yeah.
I think never done about 12 somewhere. And then obviously now it's at 17. We are almost at the same thing.
And there's a high chance you're in Ichibandanga over 18, 19.
Yeah, no, I think it works. And obviously you must know I'm going to steal some of the clips.
Oh, yeah. At least muzishko jiwanga tonanga ndi right.
The thing, I don't think people look at content the same. Nendi wana content is, if we are making content together, we can share it. As long as I don't infringe on your IP.
Yeah, true.
If I just want to clip something that said something to me, to post it somewhere else.
Yeah.
As long as I record arco kandana zikuno and stuff.
No, ufisi rete, uzizikuno.
The thing is, jirete ndimsi zikuno ndimsi ndini pandano nonsense. Like I'm just doing it.
Somehow marininga panda.
It's weird. It's weird as hell.
Anyways, guys, Erdeorashka, 20 minutes Saturday welcome and we're coming at you live from Panda Studios. Anepa rather Rashutia trauma and then now you're back. So yeah, Namsi no you know Nikodebon. And that's why no click a kai because you're shumi wangaba never. So if you wanna utilize any of their services, fanana podcasting, video streaming, chingwana live events zinakuita. You can contact them on 010-023-2939 or info@pandastudios.com. Yeah, you know, in here been to kakula watu comes idova. But one mentality. Idova guys.
Archim Setabero. But obviously there was talk about the technical issues before.
Yeah.
I guess you might find that it was blessing in disguise, I guess. I don't know.
Most probably.
Idova, this one idova.
Maybe una zinanoa mbati, then akudobulaiwa.
There's no such thing.
Because numbers suji English ping.
Nenda
doni bulaya kara no nyamba English ping.
It's fine. The thing is, if we start speaking and then if ungo kain, ngo ingasibe na filter. And you will never take the truth as if I'm insulting you. If you go.
Yeah.
It's somehow if you post the jab and stuff. Now I'm just saying whatever I feel like saying without any context to it. Then it's a different story.
We know losing a loved one is never easy. At MR21 Funerals and Insurance, we understand the importance of celebrating life with respect, care, and personalized attention. Join our packages from as little as 100 Rand and have a dignified funerals for yourself or your loved ones. For further assistance, contact them on 015-151-0251 or 0252, or you can contact them on their cell, which is 061-509-0775, or visit them at Happy's Car Wash Complex, Chukudini, opposite Harikhoto. And also you can find them on their website, which is www.mr21.co.za, and follow them on all their social media platforms, which is MR21 Funerals and Insurance. MR21, true respect. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I get it. Okay, but then let's start with you now, Romeo ThaGreatWhite.
Okay.
Because I'm sure vasa kumudzoza uri umtu wodzura namukhuwa fana izvi niri mini vatu vachizviyamani uri umtu mukhuwa or do you even get that?
When I was young, I used to. And it was at the time. It was regarded as an offense.
By you or by the community?
Like in the villages, then they're offending you. Unfortunately, I was at a point where I grew up with my grandmother a lot, and she would tell me, if you must retaliate. So
retaliate in terms of
no, physically, my man. No, not really. It was just that at that age, I think she was old. In the street, you won't come home and then she has to go defend.
Yeah,
you had to sort of stand for yourself. Yeah, it was a constant. Bullying was the in thing back in the villages when I was growing up. I think I was bullied all up until I was maybe 15. But then I was bullying back.
Or up until 15 now,
Nah, there was no one.
Really?
Nah.
Back
in the day, probably, maybe.
How about now?
I don't fight now.
How about now?
I know I'm too grown.
Like, look at me.
No, it's not even about that. I just don't fight no more.
I don't
know. I don't know. I don't know. I think you near to a point where you just get to be like, fighting is, but hey, this jail now.
Mara. Oh. Mara, and they will want to protect you also.
I'm just no. There's no such thing. I'm just saying. Right now, we are jail is the easiest thing that it happens like like at any point you can do. The thing is, Constitution allows people to take people to jail. Could literally have you sitting in jail for a year.
What's the one thing you do that you think as soon as you inside jail?
I don't. I'm afraid of jail. Because my dad was a cop.
Oh.
So I know how that place looks.
No, like
so I was in boarding school. So on a Friday, but you don't jail, then or maybe sometimes on our way you will go past his work.
Just 10 bears or 35.
I don't know what. Nah.
Most of them do that, eh?
My dad never did.
I was 35 was trying to
Nope.
Okay, Jamboro was corrupt.
Nah, I think most of the people didn't even understand what work-life balance is. If you look at the gym, regardless, it's still work.
Certificate
but that's exactly what they do sometimes.
Oh. No,
what I'm saying is, if Nikwa Msanda, Bamrilando Tempo Msanda is regarded as an official paper. So why would you confessor? And in most cases, at this day and age, they don't really require those documents as such.
Yeah.
Like mostly private companies will never ask you for a stamped certified document. A document is a document.
Actually,
yeah, that's
you just said something.
A government thing.
Private companies should certify wow, man.
I tell you what, if it's for a job, actually you will bring those documents.
Yeah, and you can't go original, but they tell a copy one.
Hey,
makes sense. Yeah, but then before it happened, I think Ramkambanga. Guy in moon like Romeo ThaGreatWhite, and then funny enough, you just said, "Uri, Nansha, na watu retaliate," and then you went and called yourself Romeo ThaGreatWhite.
Yeah, look, when growing up, even from like an understanding or meaning, professor.
Yeah,
we used to be told it was a thing or it's an offense already. So growing up, you knew and it was mostly kids. Then you feel somehow about it, and then, but then when you're growing up and you go, okay, what was I exactly offended about here? Because Ugodoro mkhuwa, that's it. So chai, chai.
And then you realize that white people have money also. So
no.
associate na charity.
Eh?
Some associate na charity.
I never thought about it like that. You can't associate me with money when I don't have.
Like it's coming. Money will come.
Yeah, but it doesn't come because somebody called you mkhuwa. You have to work for it.
Of which you're doing. So that's what you're like, nah, I'm going to do it.
It had nothing to do with color.
Yeah.
It just, I think you get to a point in which you know what? They can say it, but nothing changes. You'll still wake up tomorrow, or you'll still be hungry tomorrow, regardless of whether they say it or they don't. Then you just move. You live your life according to how you want to live it.
Yeah.
The Great White, I was embracing the fact that people with albinism, for me, are a unique feature in anything.
Yeah.
You don't find them a lot in music. You don't find them a lot in anything, especially entertainment. If you look at it, you can count how many. There's a few ladies there.
One page.
Yeah, but then there's in Venda, and then across.
This side it the umutu. Oh, Lilith Kumalo is going there. Okay.
Yeah, that you might probably need to cut that part because let it be known I did not say that.
No, Kaka.
We might need to cut that part.
Give me other ones.
I think there's a girl called Michelle something I forgot, and then there's a lady who the lady who plays Lucy, I think on if I'm not mistaken.
I know Ka generation.
Ka generation.
Lucy.
Hey, she has a sister. I think she has a sister with albinism, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I think
who's in the entertainment space. And obviously there was a guy who acted I think Ndika Uzalo. Yeah.
Kaskim Samunai.
There's a girl, Kaskim Sam, as well.
Oh, Chilani Chantu. Chachikoloni Kich.
Yeah, do you guys realize I'm actually counting how many?
Oh,
that's the uniqueness about it. That you can actually count how many people. How many people can tell you they've seen a great white shark? Ever.
Oh,
it's also a unique animal. For you to be, when you even hear about white rhinos, white lions, white anything in the animal kingdom, you will hear it's an endangered species or saranganangana in the world, that kind of thing. That sort of what drew me to great white.
Now it
anything great white has been regarded as an endangered species or not a lot of.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of me.
Yeah, true.
So that's how I looked at it. Romeo, obviously, Romeo is my middle name.
What's your first name?
Diferoribu. That's my first name. So,
RR.
Yeah, Diferoribu.
Wako ni associate nazo chared. The Rolls Royce. RR.
Hey, you never know. You might be
I'm onto something.
Yeah, you might be onto something. Maybe God is already saying it's time.
Yeah,
you know. But that's literally how the Great White came about. I remember I first used some R squared because
Tiki.
No. Tiki.
Who was it? I think Asati. Oh, we had to make tiki. So I'm trying you know how flop.
No, so for me it was R squared, which was Romeo, right?
Makes sense.
And then it changed to Romeo Superstar. I don't remember who used to call me Superstar, which I somewhat just took. But then because Superstar was like right in the beginning of my proper recording career, if I can put it like that.
Yeah.
But then when I got into it properly, I decided, you know what, I needed to associate myself with something unique.
Yeah.
And that defined me as a unique individual in the space that I was at or that I'm at. Then the Great Word came.
I think you'll explain a better, man. That was the best explanation ever, man.
Actually, you know, but sometimes you are sitting with people who cannot explain why they use that.
Have you seen one? Odzurafa.
No, let's continue. I don't want to.
Wait, also, retaliate.
Yeah.
Where was your mom?
No, my mom was there. Just that my grandmother was there.
Sort of full time.
She was like my friend in a way.
Oh.
Because I think when I was born, my mom was still going to school, right? I was very young.
Yeah.
But then I was also between my mom's house and my uncle's house. My uncle raised me. He's the one that I call my dad because he raised me since I was like 3, 4. But my grandmother was always there. My grandmother was the consistent part that never couldn't change because she was my grandma. There was no two of them. It was just her. Obviously, I have a grandmother from my mother's side, and the one that I grew up with was the one from my dad's side. But she was the one that was the consistent element in my life. That was always there, my grandmother. Yeah.
And then also, last time, you spoke of this other story. Chamabanga, I mean, no.
You. So I was explaining that there was a day when there was a kid on Koredao and then Damura.
And what age was that?
Probably 9, 10. And then at the same time, his mother was coming just something at the back. I think it was I think she thought it was. You understand?
Yeah.
But it was not the case. It was just that information looks like it's coming for me.
Don't you think vanga vachimlana community vakamrola wana sijamkorera zvingazonitusa hapo also orola mtu doni rwanga
not really, but then you must remember I used to play with kids. So there wouldn't be a need for her to go. No, but then
that's a time of
but I'm trying to make sure that you understand, or if she wouldn't have gotten to a point where she decided I'm going to tell the community this, because I played with different kids. I think as we grew up, I think from learning, I think it just became but he's just a normal person, nothing different.
Yeah,
and then it was fun. We used to. Yeah, it was fun back in the day. I think other than just that minor part about the bullying part, I think it probably had some of the great times when I was a kid.
And then you got to one.
No, I went to Chidizini Special School. It was a school for people with different disabilities.
Yeah.
My dad was very clued up about these things. So because of that school, made life a little bit more easy to understand. And obviously, because where I grew up, I was literally probably the only person with albinism there. So it played a very big role into understanding, or I'm not so different. There's other kids like me.
Yeah.
So no, school was fine.
And then upon class, what are you class in? How are you guys like segregated?
There's no segregation.
Color, like one.
No, there's no segregation. So the segregation was different sections, because obviously you must know, Ori, everywhere una somebody that specializes in looking after a certain type of person. So people with physical disabilities were in a different section. There was people with hearing who had hearing impairment, which was people who were either deaf or couldn't speak, that kind of thing, who were taught in sign language. That was a different section. They're short-sighted. Like me, I'm short-sighted, right?
What does short-sighted mean?
Means I can see proper. No, I can see proper, just that the things that you would see, some of them I probably wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Oh.
No, look, maybe I don't know how far I can say. There's a distance to it.
Oh, not good.
Yeah.
And then here's one thing I don't understand. Maybe baba one class in your way, Bala long sighted, Babuni coolety. Because one thing, Urenendi Bone, Ela building, the Tetumanda Perongo as cameras none. So Matato 80
No,
maybe
there's something called the 2020 vision. That means perfect. They can see everything, regardless.
Yeah.
Or chikuri chitsini. There's no such thing as long-sighted. Who lie to you?
I think ndozvifunziwa izvi
Aye.
so
You need to check the
which if like
condition.
short-sighted niwona swizviri apa and then long niyakonona swizviri kure probably comes atsini andizvivoni mari tidivi Yes, it exists
No,
or
it's
confirmed.
not long. It's people who cannot see written stuff properly. It's more in the reading space, not uri if you know Rodra, so they cannot see. You. No, it's not that. It's people that cannot see like small things that are in front of them. Like what they can see far, but things that are small and here.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah.
It's more on the reading spectrum. Yeah.
And then also you spoke of your dad, Bapodis, and I mean, and then I think this is the time where I was listening to music, and then your song came up, then Rufimini R.A.D. that song. So now it's sort of like a farewell to your dad.
Yeah.
So when did he pass on?
So I understand that I had two fathers, right? One that raised me and one that gave birth to me.
So it's the uncle and the dad.
Yes, the uncle is the one that I made the song about.
Oh.
The one who raised me. I've lived with this man since I was 34, like I said, right? He passed away in 2021 on the 14th of Jan. I recorded that song on the same month, 3 days later. Yeah, that's literally about it.
And then is it a thing for you guys who probably someone who's close because you have the ability to?
Not really.
Because I feel like all artists do that.
I think for me it's not even that. And then the story, I don't know what happens in my head. Anything I go through translate into some sort of song. And in most cases I record for myself, not to release.
Oh.
Like when I recorded it, I didn't want to release. It was just for me. And then Adroit was like, maybe we should release it. Some people would relate that are going through the same.
Oh.
And
so
then
an influencer.
No, I've been with Adroit for the longest part of my career. Yeah.
And then where did the music career start?
Recording wise.
Yeah.
I started recording with this other friend of mine on Vitanyani. He had a group in Sunnyside there. I think it was about 2013, 2014.
Oh, so it's this side, is it?
Yeah, Sunnyside.
Venda.
Nah. In Venda, before, I never recorded anything before I met that guy.
Oh.
And then he had a group. I used to record with the group, I think 2013, 2014. That's also around the time I met, professionally met Face. Because Face I knew of before because we're from the same hood. I met. Yeah, I also met.
When couldn't Kogunya as Maratava?
No, for Face it was a 2-word tab.
Oh,
so
Vachikosing up. Udranga Pachikosi jump.
No, Ujura figure Kumbe.
Oh.
So Nika the Gonya before the dip. Face Niganepa.
Oh.
So that's around also the same time that I met Finyi. I met Ngere. Ngere was the first person to say, whenever you want to record, come through, I'll record you for free.
Why for free? How about benefit I mean?
Nothing. Ngere, if you don't, Ngere has always been he loved music. And he loved helping people make music, especially if you're good.
Oh, so you were good from the
Yeah, no. I've been good from the jump, bro. Just that, obviously, with years you perfect what you're doing. You become a little more better than what you were. Because the music we were making back there,
yeah, I get it. And get it on in the 9.
Dokofara Kumzero. His name is Ngere Kanji. Ngere. It's all right. It's Ngere online. Ngere ke Dokofara. If you
Kumzero.
Ngere has been a love of music for a very long time. But then no, that's the name he goes by now on online, and which is also his real name.
Oh yeah.
Ngere also is from the same hood as me. And then I met Kesh around the same time. I was a fan, man. I used to go to all of their gigs, these guys here in Pretoria. Me and my best friend, we used to walk from town to their gigs. So at least gigs that's inside most of them.
Yeah.
No, we used to walk from like town Ngangomwangi to that area to go watch. I met Cash as a fan, and we just became friends before the music.
Oh,
We used to be just friends before I even made music.
yeah.
I knew him before I even thought I was going to record.
And then 2013, you started recording. I mean, what kind of music were you making?
It was, I think it was regarded as Ven rap.
What did you regard it as yourself?
For me, it was just music, dog. There was I didn't think about it because, like I said, I was a very green person. When I say green, there was no maturity to what I was doing. I was just singing. It was just a kid who is from church who knows how to sing and was singing. That's it.
Oh, now going back again.
I sang in church since I was 9.
Oh, no, but the rainbow after the last Zambado.
Nah, no, there was Mina Pella, you must remember my mom is a ZCC person. So I grew up around that space.
Oh,
And my mom sings a lot. So, when you grew up in that area, and then also in the primary school I was at, I was also fortunate enough to be surrounded by very musical people. Like there's a guy called Wangamkwevo. I don't know if you know him.
no.
Wangamkwevo played for Worship House, Skare. He's totally blind, but he plays every instrument there is to play. He's with this other group now, man. I forgot their name. They play. One of their songs was trending on TikTok. It's a very traditional Venda.
Yeah, gospel. Yeah, gospel.
It's not gospel. I just don't know what that song says, but that dude was a different beast on his own from a musical perspective. He taught me how to hold key. And then obviously I was in the school choir a lot.
Yeah.
So music has always been, it was just that I never thought I'd get to a point where I want to actually record it. But when I started recording, it became a thing that now, I want to record now.
Each and every time.
There was a time when I used to record every weekend because obviously midweek I had other things.
What do you do during the week actually?
Now, I'm a stakeholder relations specialist at Sanlam. So that's what I do midweek. And then weekends, sometimes I record.
Gigs.
Yeah, but I'm a family-oriented person, so it depends.
Family as in mfumakazi kana zote na bana, I mean.
I have a wife, I have 2 kids.
Didn't you have one the last time you came?
No, I've always had 2 kids. I have a stepson and I have a daughter.
Oh.
The one is the daughter that you're talking about. Yeah. I have a 3-year-old and a 9-year-old.
Yes. And then me abana bari nga muzika wona.
I'm happy that she's a fan.
Oh, really? Unlike Bafizi.
So yeah, man, I think that's what I'm happy about, that she's a fan. She understands when I'm recording and all of that.
Yeah. Okay. And then also, no record upon a side, but then you called it Ven rap na mina meet. Don't you think there's to because none of our come Ven rap, just call us hip hop and all that. I mean, so does it have any impact on you? So
my question, I think, for me, it's more of a question to whoever. Why are you solely focused on the genre instead of just the music? Because no one starts off by saying, I want to make R&B or I want to make hip hop. You just want to make music. How people classify it, that's their thing. That's not supposed to be your thing. So, look, do you think Ufinyi? Do you think the guys that make Likompo music right now started by saying we want to make Likompo music? They just wanted to make music.
Then we're going to categorize after.
It's not them, not even themselves.
Yeah.
It was categorized because the industry categorizes it as such. Like Shandesha is a song called Forever Yena with a Wave Rider, for instance, right? But then people still categorize it as a Likompo artist.
Yeah.
That song is an Afrobeat song. So rather it becomes yeah for batho uri vari categorize hani that
Ari
for
sokora
you.
ndi music.
Yeah, let it. If you believe in the music, let it just be that.
Yeah.
Mumwe muthu angari ndi van rap kana ndi hip hop kana ndi mini, but if it's music, just music for you, let it just be that.
And then what song push you on the map?
For me,
Yeah.
Battlefield.
Live here.
I made a song. The first song that I ever heard myself on the radio was a song called Battlefield.
And then wait, nani under record label kana
No,
submit as nyimbo na you did everything you're like.
No, I've never been signed.
Why? Ngoshaba split as chelede.
Not really. I think that no one has ever answered the question that I will always ask.
What's the
what
question?
can you do for me that I have not done already? Obviously, companies will tell you, will put you in a better position and all of those things. Yeah, that makes sense, but you can't tell me that what I've done to this point didn't get you to notice that there's a person called Romeo ThaGreatWhite.
So they do approach you a lot.
Yeah, well, I've been approached before.
By who?
Nah.
Maybe one that we may know.
One you may know.
Probably. But Dumao. Like the
Sorry.
record labels of Dumao. Actually, like these guys, I'm sure what about the Kingsley.
Nah, I can tell you that offline.
What was
Hey, I don't like backlash, my man. I think if you look at my image, it's an image of zero drama. I prefer it like that.
Why do people keep protecting their brands all of a sudden?
No, so for me it's not even brand. I'm just that person. I don't like drama. Regardless of whether it's a brand or even if I was just a normal human being, I just don't like drama. And unfortunately these days, even a small disagreement with a person ends up online.
Yeah.
So you won't find it there for me. I prefer life is the way it is right now. Very peaceful, no drama. You won't just find me anywhere. And it's not even by design or I'm trying to protect anything. That's just myself, the person I am. And unfortunately, the kind of person that I am sometimes is a negative on the brand because people want to see you and all of those things.
Oh.
I am just that dude that
Of which you spoke about also last time.
Yeah.
As kanjinji wana lesafetu.
you won't. Shame. If you find me,
I think that's one thing I referenced also.
if you find the thing is, you have to choose where you are seen as a person, and if there's a brand about you, you have to always protect that.
But then how do you decide on that?
How do I decide?
Well, I want to be seen here, not here.
So, okay, let me make an example. You are a brand and you push a certain type of lifestyle, for instance, right? Kingsley ningasimwane ako recorder anything black culture related. Let me make an example. Marwani, just because people are drinking and that's it. Ne?
Yeah.
But you'll probably find him at an event because that's the content that he pushes.
Yeah,
he pushes entertainment industry related things.
Yeah.
Not just Ori Ufi or Rwanyi, and then that you now find it on the Black Couch page. You won't, because that's not the content that he looks after. So I do my level best to be drama free. Because I know Ori, as much as I might not care about what people say, there's people that care about what people say about me.
Yeah, I get it.
Professor. And then it becomes one of those things that, ubofnesa drama, the way I came into the game is the way I'll go out, drama free.
But then what then happens to people who are still talking about you or ukoritongera anya gubonana petu? Sort of like gigging. Sort of like gigging or right? Like also perform anya gino. You see what Scott Mapuma is doing also. Like
so I'm this is just the one thing that I do. I'm not opposed to fan engagement. Let me put it like that. If I go to a gig and I'm finished performing, if you want pictures, we'll take pictures. Just know that after we've done that, I'm out. Because I don't know, I'm not the perform and then chill at the same spot type of person. If I perform, we take pictures. that engagement I accept. I don't even lie and say no. I don't want to. I am not the person.
Yeah.
I will take the pictures. Will engage, but after I am going home.
But then as yapona dzimwe dzi fellow artists are gonna come and say nah wala mtu wato akanya kuchila na rine after the gig because probably there's like the VIPs nene varobukwa zitafura beonitola chimwe na chimwe na dzi riders ave. What's your rider even?
I don't. Most of the time it will be a lot of water, some Red Bull.
There's some water there.
Yeah, no. Whose brand is this?
Don't tell a ride.
Ah,
It's our sponsor, man. What do you mean? Oh, look over me.
This is the cheapest rider I've ever seen
Oh,
in
no,
my life.
They're right. Hey, never seen guy.
Regardless. So
Madino nkwana pia nikani.
no. Any as long as it's water, I'm good. So it's either it's gonna be some Red Bull and water. That's how I prefer it.
Yeah.
Because even if people around me want to partake in like libations and stuff, because we are moving, and if you're playing a part in our moving, you can't now be drinking and getting sloshed.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're going to drive us somewhere. You have to always. The thing is, you have to always remember. You have to protect yourself. We are gigini. That's where life ends. Life ends when God decides it's time.
True.
But then you have to move accordingly the whole time, regardless of whether you want to partake. If you're partaking, make sure whoever is driving is not. But then that's a disadvantage on other kids.
Also now.
You have to always think about Ori. Then what? Unless if you're saying you're going to stay there until the morning, which I would never do.
Oh, ndalo nanya gambor manga zifela tshada kor watonga nya kuchila na rene after the gig
But,
and all that.
Okay, let me.
But dimana the feature.
I don't. It's okay. You must remember, as an artist, you're not making music for your fellow musicians. You're making for your fans.
Yeah.
Those are the only people that if Barney Tonga, you have to be worried. If a fellow artist is saying in Tonga, the question would start by saying, Tonga, on what grounds? No, it I mean.
Anya kuchila na rene.
If that's not your personality, then what? You must now chill because other artists are chilling.
Why are your industry friends then?
Eh?
In that case, industry friends.
Most of my industry friends know me, know the kind of person I am. So they argo chila. It will never be in the same place we're performing at.
Oh.
That's-
Kana mango agreement hayan kamya bana.
Not even that, man. Like let me make you an example. Performers,
Yeah.
you were sweating and all of those things. Now you want to chill in the same space. The way, but they saw you sweating there on stage. And
Then
now,
udakona that ntusangori ndishimisa colony so that's when nenda ndisa kusweat.
nah, dog. I will not call in this world. In here, I don't need sweat.
Either the two is a mnuko abiko.
There's no such thing. Nah, I just don't believe. If I want to chill, let me go chill somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like in December, I went and chilled at a news cafe because I was not performing there.
Oh.
Hey,
Namanko na performance abang.
I think there was I forgot who was there, but I know there was. Who was there? Was it? There was a few performances. I remember, but I think there was. I think
So drone a gig ngazena
Hey,
umbura.
I think there was two national artists there. I think there was
Prince KB.
what's his name now? He's a Praetorian dude. He did that. I forgot, man. That Shanda Pa. That song. What's his name?
Shana Pandura Nyab. I just know the song. Don't want to.
I forgot. his name.
Focalistic.
Focalistic was
Oh,
there.
yeah.
There was another lady, man. I don't know what's in her name, but it was a nice space. The fact that I was chilling meant that I was chilling. There was no need for me to feel like I need to perform or anything like that.
Yeah.
I was just there having fun with my person.
Oh, ni groove na eti. And then also speaking of that, eti, how is it like if you're in spaces in Anqueta you just chilling, but about the one approach like, hey, let's take pictures. The Vista Mtwano.
They do, but I think the good thing in Dori, she understands. Unfortunately, it's part of the package. Don't worry. At least, as much as they do that, I think I applaud the people that I regard as my fans or the people that love my brand,
Yeah.
that also give me that opportunity to just be me, you know, just be with my person. They'll say Romeo, they'll greet in passing, you know. They won't necessarily be on some, hey, Cardi's Nepe, you know,
Yeah.
a few will do, but there's people that you can say, I know, they just respect the space and then they let me be with my person.
But end. Yeah, at least, man. And then also, I've seen a lot of your music videos. I think you're one person and wait a music video by Venda. And then I wanted to ask you, do you ever submit your music cards, the TV, Namini? Because I hardly watch those now.
So, I do. I think I probably have had about 4 on TV before. Pathways debuted on Trace, and also had a Crispy Fresh feature there. We also did MTV base. I do. I think I take a lot of performance videos rather than music videos. Because of I think Fizzy touched on it, because music videos don't necessarily bring back the money. But you do them for the brand. So you will find I have a lot of performance videos that I do online just to make sure that I keep the face to the music that the people are listening to.
Yeah.
When I do like a music video, I do submit to make sure that at least it gets the attention that it requires.
Yes.
It needs. Yeah.
But then do you get some money?
Remember, there's Sambro, there's Risa, and all of those things. The money
so
comes
you get it through that. Ne?
Yeah.
But then do you think if that's the case, gatekeeper na worry, because even of community, we hardly see music event unless we are Makazi, Kazi TV. So do you think we're going to gatekeeper in a vendor?
I don't know what to regard it as. But I also don't think it gets enough attention. I don't know if who submit, but they don't feel like it brings in, because you must remember it's also a business, that thing.
Yeah.
Viewership, if it's going to grow because of a certain type of music, they don't play it. But then you find music that like Music Award, Black Diamond, that is top quality viewership type of music.
Yeah.
That's why it keeps on playing, because it also generates money for the TV stations as well, and keeps the viewership relevant.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't want to lie to you and say we are being gate kept or anything like that, because you never know with these things.
So because a lot of people do say rare submit as we do. Recently I saw the 1 year kid on spanking premiere what. I'm not so sure either the way I'm after, because 2 letters of spanking new and then that I'm in that 5
but then you must remember, if what's in a demand for it. I bet remember TV stations at a specific time. What was the viewership? If which Gotamba episode the Black Couch at 6 to 6:30. Now our viewership was over the roof. It was right there at the top. Next week they'll call you again.
Oh, makes sense.
Okay,
yeah, I think not.
But if in ngachipinga china ningotamba viewership ya escort of K over. If they have something that they can put that they'll make a better impact, they'll do that.
And like when visera coding.
Yeah, unfortunately. It is the nature of the industry.
Yeah. And then also speaking of music videos, and none comes as a brand food. Now these are the music video of you. I think Dr. Moni when send like a music video Nina Root Kid. So what do you think of the brand Root Kid and also your brand? Because Root Kid no, this is like a gimmick artist and then you say I'm a bigger brand.
I think he just did it too long that people started associating him with that. When he started making real music again, I guess it's probably gonna take a little bit of time before that title gimmick is taken off his name.
Yeah,
because he makes great music.
Yeah, true.
And
even on the song that
from
you
a brand
together.
perspective, he is a very big brand. But because for so long people regarded him as a gimmick person, they have not let go of that.
Yeah,
it's not his fault. Unfortunately, it is also the nature of the industry. It's similar to for so long, people regarded Makadzi as a lady that made Manyalo music because that's what they knew her for.
Yeah.
When she changed, it also took them a bit of time to move with her because it's more of a catching up with you. If you go move at a certain pace, people don't move the same pace as you.
Yeah.
That's why to this date you will find that people are still on the old Zozo compared to the new. Because
Zozo were rude kid, is
it's literally
Yeah.
Zozo is now moving into making music in different spaces.
Yeah.
But people are still stuck on the Zozo that made Chingondo. Professor.
But then will you do that yourself? Because I always have this question. Romeo, I love you for this certain type of music. Now when you change, am I still supposed to be your fan or your supporter or whatever you want to call it?
So the question is, were you a fan of me or the music?
The music.
Then that's going to be a bit hard for you.
Oh, so I should just let you go alone. No one ever swap hand.
It's a matter of, are you willing to adapt and grow with me? You have to ask yourself that. Because
change is hard though.
Change is hard everywhere.
Yeah.
But sorry, or Romeo Arwena, kind you want him to stay in a box.
Okay, now when you put it that way, you guilty kanori. Ndikonyaga achiva apa ase chipinga chote. Now ukozamo grow. Now I feel bad with it. No man. Ndikonyaga kumumisera mra. Okay,
look, it's this is you see it a lot in the different things that people make.
Yeah.
Yeah? When a person is trying to grow, they're not necessarily saying that they want to change. They just want to be able to keep up.
Yeah.
So how do I keep up if you still want me to stay in the same place that you found me at?
Yeah.
Do the keep up?
Makes sense.
That's the problem. And until we get to a point where we can ask Uri, okay, guys, we've been together, because professionally, I always say I've been making music for plus 10 years now.
Yeah, just over 10 years.
Not over 10 years straight. Because I don't regard the part where I was still trying to get in as professionally making music. So the first time I recorded a song at a professional studio was in 2015.
Oh, makes sense.
So imagine if you still want the Romeo that made 2015 music to be now.
Yeah, makes sense. I expect the club dances, all those songs.
So imagine if you were to go and say, Athama Fokate must now bring back oi, my vuvu in this year.
Yeah.
So we have to allow people to grow. I think we end up saying an artist is work. Because that artist is still trying to satisfy your 2015 hunger.
Taidzo ndihabala artists vaneva kuurwati rikobafuna and then by change then they become work.
No, so okay, maybe I should ask you to make an example.
No, I'm not going. I'm not going to do that. Ndiko attack you as it stands.
But then look, it's the nature of your business.
But I'm not going to give a name.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But you know what I'm talking about.
No, don't. Now you're putting it on me.
Just guess what I'm saying.
No, I'm not guessing nobody. You should be telling me.
Nah, man, I'm the. Nah, I don't think them to have it.
But who?
Nah, man. Let's keep this thing. It's an interview after all. So off camera also.
Okay, sharp. So the reason literally some people get there is because they tried so hard to grow and you didn't allow them. Now they feel like changing is the only way.
Okay.
Because imagine if I'm trying to grow and all you say, music before. Now I keep trying and you keep resisting that change. Now I'm going to try to drastically change, which will have a very big impact in how I make music. Yeah. Now I start delivering work music. Now I'm that washed up work guy because you guys put me in that box.
Yeah.
Professor. It's hard.
Yeah, okay. And then from all these songs in it's like it was a feature also. Like who was one person?
That was my song.
Yeah, and feature.
No, I featured Rootkid.
And I'm a feature sort
Yes.
of. So I wanted to ask you, like, from all these people, but no feature, who do you think was the best person and no feature you? And you're like, I'm gonna sing with this one almost every time.
Best in what sense?
You should know, Uri, nichiri best man could define. I mean, mtu no feature because mtu that deliver a message or queen probably, and then sometimes I deliver a flow. So you know what was best to you.
The hardest part about that answer is because I don't make one type of music. There's different elements to it. So, for instance, let me make an example. I've made songs in a prefix.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when I make the kind of songs I make with prefix, no one can do it better than him in that space.
Yeah.
I've made plenty songs with Fizzy, and the best thing about making songs na Fizzy is that he sends it today, it goes back to the same day because.
The more Fizzy speed.
No. It's also with Fizzy. It's also he understands the kind where he wants me at, and then he knows Ori. The minute he sends it, it's probably coming back the same day because it's not hard for me to get on that level with him.
Yeah,
because we have that kind of relationship, and then you find that I make music na Android, right? Any beat he sends me, he knows what kind of beats I want. He knows how I'm probably gonna take it, and sometimes it's a surprise, but it's another layer that I couldn't get from another person. Similar to how I made the song you're talking about, na Rootkid. Only Rootkid could have delivered that way.
But I feel like you're giving a peer answer now. I feel like out of the best. Okay, more like out of it. What's your best episode? I would give you like same time. Not that I'm gonna give it to you now.
How you can give it to me now?
No, but then because my lot of work so different. Like you came for music, someone came for entrepreneurship, someone came for like OnlyFans. Yeah, we've had that also.
Hey, what? Is it online? They were telling you about who's this person?
But I'm trying to get another one now. Because Elani, we had a fucked up audio also.
Hey, you and corrupting things.
No, that's not the case. So that's what. But then I'm able to give from all those genres that episode. So this is the person and then don't deliver in whatever sense and then go deliver. You're like, this is the best one.
Okay, let me make an example about this year. Like, and sorry, it's not a PR answer. It's literally how it is, right? This year, I made a song with what's his name, Prohid. Probably the best delivery I've had this year from a person, because that's for my song. That was the first one.
Yeah,
and I want to like no one could have delivered any better than. That how he delivered on that exact song. But it will be different with a different type of beat and a different feel. Because everyone has a strength and never tamba on. To just give you a proper story.
No gungura
ya. So that's why whenever I know who to go to for what. If I can put it like that.
Okay, I don't know why.
How no?
Don't know why, yeah.
There's always going to be. Okay, let me make an example. Jifana, na JR player, for instance, he knows when to go to Asati for what kind of song.
Oh yeah.
I
get it.
He knew Uri. The only person that could have. There was no one who was going to deliver better than Rachakil Kamurei that he would have put in there.
Because the way you're saying it, because I think on 10-year plan, GR, people were saying why Asati song featuring, but then he's there on the first song. I'm sure now that goes explain, so it makes sense. Okay,
but for what kind of music as well? All the songs that they make together, it's a love and a little bit of sad songs. But when he turns up, like depression that he made just now, or when he's doing there's a song called Mutambi. It's a rap song. Do you think Asati would have fit in there?
Nah.
So he knows where to have who, when.
But then did you move this JRR? Who's your best feature? It's Asati.
For which song though?
No, I got in his whole career. It's
Whole
been as a
career.
year.
Ne have it so many. I cannot lie to you. And to be honest with you, I can put a whole compilation of different people. Ne?
Yeah.
You will see, Uri. Even if I'm trying to say this is the best,
Yeah.
everyone had a best in what they do best. That's how. The only reason he say, for me, I feel like he says Asati is the kind of music that he puts Asati on. And obviously, because that's where he plays at as Asati,
Yeah.
he will always be the best
Yeah.
in that space.
Okay, makes sense. And then the Dax one. Dax only feature kana you just did something on TikTok.
No, he featured me on 2 songs.
I would have said Dax if I were you.
No, but then it's not my song.
But then
How can it be he be my best feature when it's not my song?
just really Dax for people to know.
No, I've been featured. He featured me on his songs, not the other way around.
And then how did the feature come about?
No, it was these TikTok challenges. One I was put on, or hey, there's a challenge online. I did it literally in 30 minutes. The first one, I did it 30 minutes. I did it, put it up online, forgot about it, and then when I came back, it had blown up.
And then Dax when it can only recognize a guy.
So the very first challenge I did, he reposted and reacted to it. So, which made people to now start looking at my brand differently. But that verse also told me, Uri, because there's this theme and people say, no, you must make music like Venda. But that also said, you don't have to.
Oh. When so much Venda? Now Kosha was orangani fichi too.
No, it's both languages there. The English and Venda.
At least not what the Venda Dax.
But then he might not even know what I was saying. Well, he does because I asked for a translation.
So actually, Udawa could be few. So he was like, please give me a translation.
No, it was also, I think the one thing that works out here is when people love something, they want to know what it means.
Yeah, true.
So that first challenge was it was also during COVID. It was around that time. I think 2021 or 2022.
Just post-COVID, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere there. It was still when things were not so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it became a thing and then we are here now.
So was it that thing in probably comes Ukemba chorus and then Asia space?
So he did an open verse challenge and then he put it up. People must do whatever they want. And then I did something and then fortunately for me, the world saw it and then became one of the top, I think probably top 3 most viewed ones in his whole challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how's your relationship like now? No,
it's a music thing. If there's music being made, like right now, he did another challenge. Now, in his top 10, I'm the first person.
He joined again.
No, the thing is, I love Femini storytelling songs, but also life songs. Like so, the song it was about mental health.
Yeah,
I just loved the concept. I think I did that one, and then I did another one, but then for a different artist altogether. Because I'm forever on TikTok.
Yeah,
TikTok for me is probably I love TikTok for the engagements it gives.
Those are your streets.
Yeah, TikTok and a bit of Facebook, but mostly TikTok is my streets.
And then when you're going through something, it's going to affect probably your mental health. Because you did say much more in digital because they go through something.
No, so it's more. I always reference how life has always been. It's like this always, life for anyone.
Yeah.
Our life is straightforward. I'm enjoying it. You are going, but it's just you. You can translate it into a song for everybody else to listen to, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they know or that's what you're going through. So when it came, the challenge, I loved the concept, but I'm like, I can write something, but just sort of channeling life how life has been for me for the longest.
Yeah.
And then that's how I wrote it.
And then if you're going through something like this, after visa like in a sort of like in a song. So when it comes to no zone tour and the right does it work like that?
No, I think everyone has their own way of dealing. For me, that's dealing. It's not me saying in water. It's just dealing. So You deal and you continue dealing
Yeah, it
until
went
such time when you're fine. But you can't say ndo record now I'm fine.
bad. Okay.
It's just part of the process. You
Yeah.
deal. You keep on dealing.
Okay. And then back to Darksty. Nonoita meetana naye zvino after the whole thing the challenge na win and I mean
Meeting, I was supposed to, but I have not.
what happened?
Because remember, he was coming to South Africa at some point.
Oh. Was coming for a show.
Yeah, he was putting together a tour. I don't know what happened, but it never happened. We've spoken frequently on Insta because that's his streets.
And now what's up?
I don't think they go that far. Eh?
Do you have his number though?
No, I don't.
Oh. Yes.
You think I would even tell you if I had?
It's not like I want them.
But you must remember, I know you off the camera. You are persistent.
Another room better. Let's do something with him. I just wake up.
But then the thing is, I appreciate the kind of relationship it is. You know, you don't. It's that thing of you. I don't expect him to now be like, yeah, Romeo is my dude and all of those things.
Yeah.
I accept the acknowledgements all the time. If he's acknowledging, I'm happy about that. Okay. I will never be the type that says, hey, that now I want this. No. Mina, I do what I do for the fans that love what I do.
Yeah.
Whoever else gets to notice and appreciates, that's a plus for me. And the fact that I got to be in 2 different songs, 2 songs that have more than 10 million views right now. My man.
And then also, Jamori, send na file so nga email na Instagram.
Yeah, email address. You have.
You have his email address.
Yeah, no, you send through an email. Obviously.
You'll give me that one.
Nah.
Just the email.
If you saw Pella, to anything, there's contracts in place. You sign things. You don't just.
So you went through that, Ofi?
Yeah,
you
no, it's not even that. Just that you have to. I love the professionalism. Let me put it like that. Or it's not just one of those things that you just. Let's do it, my man. You know how home and then we go. Let's do it, my man. There was no understanding to what you were doing.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. I like that. I like the fact that there's professionalism in it. So as much as I also don't want to be the type of person that now just goes around giving away people's information.
Yeah.
And then you end up at a point where they start asking themselves if working with you was such a good idea.
Oh, yeah, I get it. And then Jambore, una zanga promise probably. Can you just doing songs in JS or Gumenepo with him?
Look, I think for now it's a matter. I think this is how I always look at things. It's an opportunity that creates another one.
Oh, okay.
So the first opportunity, which was the Dear Alcohol Challenge, created the opportunity for me to be a man.
Yeah.
To be a man also created another opportunity for me to be on God's eyes. Right? Now, those opportunities plus Lonely Death Road will probably create other opportunities for me to be on other things.
Yeah.
Which will make life a whole lot easier for me if they do that. Because obviously, you must know, with these things, you must always go with God.
Yeah, true.
If he's saying this is the path, then we're moving. Yeah.
And then for someone, and probably you had your own rates before Darks, and and then now do you think they go up because of that? So
for me, rates change all the time. Inflation, my man.
Do they always go up or down? Sometimes?
No, for me, it's more of an up.
Then that's not inflation.
No, it's inflation for me. You remember? Remember when I say inflation, look at it this way.
Yeah.
If I have to go to a gig, Venda, that's already 3K gone, just on the road.
Yeah.
That's just one. Imagine if now I have to leave Pretoria to go to Venda for 3K. That means I have made 0 cents. Yeah. So, and obviously you have to also, you are okay with people saying, ukodura.
So what are your rates now?
They change. They changed again. For me, it's like 10 sometimes, depending on where I'm at this as well. Because for me, I think as a musician, you have to also get comfortable with doing things that benefit you and your space.
Oh.
So if I'm in Venda, for instance, and then that's the 5K, that's 5. I'm in Venda
You
already.
take them.
Yeah.
Because comes to one land theory. No, if it's not 10, I'm not taking it.
I'm not. I believe in not leaving money on the table.
Oh, okay.
But it has to make sense. Ndingasiri ndigodova hayani ndayathandonga because a person gave me 1,000. No, let's leave it.
Okay, and then I think now you're going to touch a sort of one I mean because say there's like a huge gig. How would I put it? Say 10 though. And then they're like, we're gonna give you 5K. Remember there's that 3K button. Would you take it? When you know reggae you intera ringa them to one
Okay.
Probably a banner boy.
But I don't gain anything because he's there.
Like akona wana ko perform. Like nefi the bara konya go bona ko perform nga watu wa rwane. Don't you do that also?
Nah. It doesn't help that thing.
Maybe I'll better feature after.
He would have asked me for a feature even if I was not there.
No, remember I need the
But
and it's like this boy is good.
When go performer does not mean your music is good. Let's also understand or performing and making music is two different things.
What are you good at?
I make music better.
Oh.
I know for a fact. But una mutondanga on any performer, you can be like, that's the guy. And then you go and listen to their music after their performance. And you be like, maybe it's not the same guy.
Don't wanna gig in once.
Confessor.
Yeah.
Right now, like there's people that are like an all-rounder. Like Chris Brown makes amazing music and he performs amazing.
Makadzi also.
But Makadzi has taken performance to a different level. And I think the good thing, she also makes sure the song that she's performing is also good when you're listening to it afterwards. Imagine if you're listening to a person that performs amazingly, but they have nothing in the bank from a music perspective.
Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah.
So, gigi in the gig, let's also understand, Ori, if you're saying you're a musician, you also have to eat. So imagine leaving your house to come back with empty pockets.
Yeah.
Plus, I think Bafizi said it. If there's no money to it, the wife even starts asking, "Why are you doing this thing?"
Somebody want to otakara because you're making money off music.
I think she's happy because I also have the same mentality. Or if it doesn't have money, if I don't see an opportunity with it, it's not like there's anything that you gain from bringing me there and making me look like. Also, I don't want to be one of those artists that go online and be like, I think about you.
Oh.
You will never see me do that.
So, nasa badra with me.
I don't go.
So, okay, mostly but what is doing a deposit.
No. At is doing a deposit.
So, full price before you leave.
Deposit is for you to use my likeness to promote the event.
Oh, so we're going to deposit you anyway, I post and I mean.
Hey.
And then we're going to the balance before you go to them.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Hey, yeah, ne. No,
because
but
if you don't think about it like that, which then makes you look like a bad artist. Because now you complain. The promoters didn't say that somehow. I will never complain.
People do that, Mark, Facebook.
Yeah, you will never see.
To see what
the problem really, the promoter community is very small. Out whatever divan. Immediately you start complaining hey, don't book that one.
Oh. What's the biggest check you've gotten?
Biggest
check you've gotten in music? Umingo perform.
In music?
Umingo perform.
What kind of music?
Like live performance, corporate, any.
Corporate, the biggest check I've ever gotten. But I can't tell you from where.
Nah, it's okay. I just need the figure now.
The biggest check I've ever gotten, I was with my band. Probably 40, 50.
40, 50?
Yeah. I think it was 45. With my band, yeah.
And then lowest?
Lowest.
No, but zvine na vazvone zvino.
Gino, probably 5,000.
Oh, so it's like that Venda.
Yeah, in most cases. But I think Richiko Yakaedzo Zasoti, I think the biggest check I got for those, probably Royal Garden as well.
How much was it?
16 or something, somewhere there.
What one average year, Papa? Because Fizzy said something around that. Also.
No, but then you must remember, I was. It was my third time there. Yeah, I did 2016, 2017. It is 2017, 2018, 2019. I think. Yeah, I did 3 of them. I did one that was. I think it was. It was also Venrep 5 or something.
5 at 5.
Yeah, no, they used to do like a pre-party, man. I did a pre-party, and then there was a year that they did a Venrep was going to perform during the day, which I didn't. I performed at night. It was the year that we had AKA.
Oh.
Me and Batondi performed just before AKA.
AK is like, yes, I saw this other white guy, man.
Nah.
I want to perform with him and Batondi. Yeah, and then also, I think you spoke about them also the last time, Uri. The feud between them, Namini, Idoba Wisa, and then now it seems like, what comment as well? Do you think it's going to work out now?
Now it's more a money move now, because it's not even money, but it's more of a brand move. If that the route they were on from last year, where they were competing against Makadzi, they stayed on that. This year wasn't Mutwai. Because let's be honest, Makadzi is a bigger brand.
Yeah, true.
And she attracts all of the bigger brands. She has favors for bigger brands. Probably she was going to have almost all of the Likompo Nation there. Who are they going to have?
Yeah, ne?
Because but because Makadzi is here, and then no one with Asheve, Oshandeshi, Kimuna, like all of Limpopo was going to go to Makadzi.
Yeah, true.
That's why she could be, like, look at her fill up the December.
Yeah.
December.
Yeah, the one here.
Imagine if she was doing the same thing the same day Royalies.
Yeah.
Book was the order over Venda young it.
Were you also there? Did you perform?
No, I didn't go. I was this side.
And then are you performing Royal Gardens this year? Heritage?
No, you only know when they are booking.
Haven't they booked you?
This year? No.
He comes with all.
Nah, look, I think there's people making louder noises than me. Yeah, there's a louder noise outside than I am. Obviously, from a business perspective, I understand them booking that.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. But I'm not one of them that are saying, ish.
No. Yeah, and then also now that Nombagali Compo, I just thought of like Woli Compo balcony mixes in Jokwete. I saw one poster, so you have even rep balcony mix. Are you part of it?
No, that's upper corridor. It's not our why the radio Toma Chachuchi to
No, but then even remember na Compo ngo Toma Chai because wage vaka the piano.
But then they made it their own in the way they do it.
What if Narnera Skona?
Give me an example.
I don't know,
That's not a balcony mix. That's not a balcony mix. Like, have you seen how that Legombo balcony mix is?
Yeah.
There's no VIP. You get to interact with everyone. Like, it's a
anything I see we napo. Interact.
Not even that.
Yeah.
I think Nigotio, it's uniquely for that genre right now.
Yeah.
Boys up. Like Venda December was a thing for Venda only.
Oh yeah, that thing should come back all the time, man.
But it should come back the same way it was. Unfortunately, for me, it feels it doesn't garner the same support it did when it started, bro.
Hey man,
I was at the first one. That was Venda. It was right there on the waterfront, Mavuni. But as you saw, the years kept going. I think people stopped really supporting Mavisa.
Yeah.
And then it got to it going to a club instead of back at the stadiums. Because for me, I thought that thing was going to grow to that level.
Maybe they vusa nemunye man. Maybe they vusa eventually. You never know. Comes in the last year kwama ngazuri muzika comes out bathu vo decide to. You never know. Yeah, but then either way.
Hey, right now you sit and watch.
Yeah.
And you see for me you must also understand as a Rote, we don't make music for the same reasons.
Yeah.
So Bango, they grow according to how they want to grow. Bango, they don't because they're doing it to stay relevant only.
Yeah.
So RD women, even events. I mean, as a T now, he has his own event.
Yeah, VVMM, yeah.
So
do you have any of your own?
Nah. Only because even if I wanted one, I would have wanted to do it where I'm from. There's no venue that can hold an event that side, that I believe.
Plus ni
Exactly. So in December, for instance.
Yeah.
Imagine I don't want to be one of those people that pay everything, and get the best setup, and it's empty.
Yeah, Ted Sunday. Have you seen the? Oh, I think those one. Zona dite and Venda.
Hey, like I was watching a video, a Soldier Boy. He had a whole arena, my man, but those people were less than 100. You could count one. This is it.
Hey, no, but the Vada gig if he's a shumera, but then yeah, you were saying. Yeah, so before we close, I want us to play a game. I think we also played it the last time. Yeah, very well. Let me just hold it like this now, so you know. So you have like 5 seconds to answer each and every question that we would decide.
Okay.
I wanna peer answer. I wanna mean.
Okay.
So I'm finding you see.
Okay.
So yeah. So venue with the biggest crowd you've pulled.
Royal Gardens, 2018.
Okay. And then your biggest competition in Venda.
Myself.
That's PR though.
No,
really?
No, that's not PR. If I start looking at other people as competition, then I'm gonna try to be like them. Right now.
Or you can try to be yourself just on a higher level.
Yeah, but the only person I compete with is myself.
Okay, I'll take that one. And then the most embarrassing moment on stage.
Forgot my lyrics.
Honey, were you okay? I almost said were you drunk or high?
No.
Super clean.
It happens, my brother. Like in most cases, especially when you are very hype. Like like you are just hype. You forget that you have a mic there. And the one thing I don't want to ever look like is the kind of person that is just that's not actually singing.
Oh, the lip syncing.
Yeah. So I remember I forgot. I think it was for Want It All. It was still new. It was still a new song. I forgot some lyrics there, and I'm like, but I just continued.
And then right side, but was you notice about?
I don't know. I don't know if they did, but for me it was embarrassing that I forgot.
But then if they never said it to you, probably they didn't notice.
Okay.
And then what's your hidden talent?
Hidden talent.
That's it.
Hey, and I'm there to the EB.
There's no way, man. There's a talent that you don't show the people that you have.
I don't know. That people don't know.
Probably like any talent young mara watu is divas of
How? I don't have one. My hidden talent was singing, but now people know.
You probably have a new hidden one now.
No, I don't have one. I don't have one, Shem.
Okay, and then last one, your celebrity crush.
Celebrity crush. Kerry Washington.
Who's that now?
The lady that played this on a series called Scandal.
I need to do. Can also done a just so.
Google her.
And is it true as we're into a crush? I'm trying to a point name to anga that you can access them.
I don't know. Eh?
Okay, who's your crush in Venda or local around here?
South Africa.
South Africa.
I don't look at people like that here. That's why I don't have a fan moment in South Africa. I don't think I will ever have.
Okay. And the Ducks should never call you then, because then you will get your crush. Side in Ducks.
So like fan moment is like one of those people that you start fanning out. Hey, cover a picture, my man. Hey, I don't think I'll ever have those.
Yeah.
I think, we are too grown to be doing that.
Okay, I get it. And then also in closing, like what projects do you have upcoming now?
So right now I'm putting together a project. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but it's like a 10-year anniversary for me.
Oh, 10-year plan also.
Yeah, not it's not a plan because it's already here. It couldn't be a plan.
When is it coming out?
In October. I normally release my projects in October.
Why is that?
Well, for this year, it's the 10th month.
But then you say you normally do it.
So in most cases, I always look at people like releasing like between August and September. I try to stay away from those months. And then October, the last time I released in September was an album which came out the same day as Makazi's album at that year.
And then what happened there? On your racer?
No, that was never a question. I'm gonna be doing.
You knew.
That was even coincidence, and because I put out my date first, and then her date came out probably about a week and a half later. But there was no illusion in me that said
you could have changed it. I hadn't intended or not.
Nah, that is another thing I will never do.
Oh yeah.
The people that listen to my music are not listening to Makazi's music, so I
listen to both of you though.
Yeah, but then what I'm saying is, there's people that are going to listen to my music more.
Yeah, more than Makazi's.
Because that's the kind of music they listen to.
Yeah, and this one is.
And at the same time, you must also look analytically. My music is not in Venda. It's more in Pretoria. It's more outside the country. Yeah. So those people, I know for a fact they were going to listen regardless.
How was the streams outside South Africa?
60-40. 60% outside.
Oh, really? I think you're the second person I know they're doing more than what they're doing inside.
No, I've always done more outside than here.
Oh. And then, did you release any project before this shoot, between the shoot that we did last time and this one that we're doing now? Did you have anything?
When did we do the last shoot?
I don't remember also.
I think the shoot we did, I think it was in December. Was it not?
It's never in December. I never shoot in December.
Was it November?
Probably November, October. Maybe October.
We shot and then I released Asiwan Ndiwanga with Asati the following month, I think.
And this other song in na Metro na Asati. Which one is it?
Ndi Asati. It's in his album. It's called Romeo ThaGreatWhite.
Do people pay to feature you?
Some. That's also it's a choice, that thing.
How do you decide who's not gonna pay and who's gonna pay?
It's more, you ask yourself, what do you gain from that feature as a person?
Oh, okay.
If you can see it's a feature where a person just wants to work with you and that it ends there, then if you want to charge them, you can charge them.
Oh, okay.
But a person that you know probably gonna want a feature back, it becomes that becomes the payment.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, and then for people who might want to contact you, when you book for the corporate gigs, I mean, when you pay 45 fee, or when you book when you pay 5,000. Can I royal if I go take this? When you for any kinds of you?
Romeo, Romeo ThaGreatWhite on all social media. My contact number is also there. I don't know it by head. TDB the number.
Don't you think? Okay, in any way, I'm functioning manager because you don't want to have a manager.
It's not. So we do a lot of that together. It's not. I don't call her my manager, but we do a lot of the work together. It's not a matter of not wanting a manager. I mean, I want a person that knows what they want to do this thing for. When I say a manager is somebody that comes in to uplift what already is there. No. Imagine saying you have a manager, but nothing changed from when they came into, from what you had before them and after them.
Oh, okay.
That's not a manager.
Okay, and then guys, we no kunosvika pano ni umtu kodori pa imwe verse ya budisara check or ushimisa otochununa kana.
That's a lie.
No, man. Just give us a verse like 4 bars.
Again, he is lying.
Oh, why?
If you want to,
Maginya, they touch I think go show na.
Nah, there's no such thing.
Do you have a natural voice in a imbang of Sunday?
Yeah, well, if anybody ever came to studio and was recording, they would understand that.
Let me hear that, because I'll never come to studio when you're recording.
You're unfortunately for you then.
Nah, just give me 4 lines, man.
There's 0 bars you're getting. The bars are paid for.
I'll pay.
Yeah,
How much
no,
do you want?
No, we don't say I'll pay. Pay up, then you get the pass.
I will.
You I'm from to the invoice panda.
Those chairs so much. Nikototakadza vatu vanga. And remember vatu vako nitodori mna bizani Romy. I'm like, this guy's been here. Just that uko kondo wanala because they were like, okay, if achida nimuze write a verse at least because
where's the proof?
Comments, zotara comments man. All the time.
I'll send them a verse, don't worry.
Nah, send it to me and then I'll upload it after if you see it.
No problem. I'll send you something.
It's fine. But then, anyways, guys, thanks a lot. If you know kunoshika hapo noni na Varomi hapo noni Varoms. Later ended. Roms. Yeah. So if you know kunoshika hapo noni, thanks a lot. I really appreciate you.
I don't think that was gonna sound nice as a musician. Give it up for Roms. That's weird.
That would work.
Nah, it wouldn't.
Ndiambezo ni mpevese.
Nah.
You give it up for Roms ni mpevese.
No, assure me.
It's fine. But then, yeah, as I was still saying, we're coming to you live from Panda Studios. If you want to do anything, you can create a panoni, kana zwingo za Queeness, because vaita zote, ba streama chingo na chingo, abaketi, divatu baone. So contact them on 010-023-2939 or info@pandastudios.com. Baone nepa Bramfontein, Mille Street. 38 Mille Street, not just Mille Street, because you're up fanya. And then also shout out to our main sponsor, MR21. They've been not last time Nikita was not sponsor. Now we have a sponsor.
That's what I'm saying. It was a blessing in disguise.
So yeah.
Wait, you didn't have a sponsor at that time?
Yeah.
You had 0 sponsors.
0. How could that have bad advert? Now we just have a sponsor.
And now it's coming right. Very soon you'll be telling us matap wako hizo zaka.
Yeah, got trauma. So guys, I'll see you on the next one. Watu wako doda watu wanji na mimi. Ndio uye chimwe chipinga futi. Na kono da naim bana za hukumati.
No, I wanna come do a listening session here.
What's the listening session? So October.
Yeah, we'll play music and maybe we'll do like a sort of a reaction to the different songs.
Some of the normal they are to petrol. Listening session
yeah, but then it's a different one. This we make it needs to be like a moment. It's not just about the music, but it's also about why or rimbo for what good reason. Those kind of things. You make
listening session mango explain okay, izundo ziyambangori. Ndondo vice one.
No, the reason I said we will do a listening session, it will be probably you and a couple of people. It would be like sitting around a round table. We are talking about the different songs that we are listening to, why this came about, and also we talk about like the journey of until we got there. How did we get there and stuff?
Yeah.
I told you about this idea before.
Yeah, last year
the problem you were corrupting things.
No, that's one comment. Because also that the last time you spoke to the wrong person.
I know.
But
yeah,
it's fine.
That one was the wrong person.
Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.